Are you sure your management skills are up to the mark? Are your sales and marketing employees still as focused as they were when you first brought them in?
In business, we often seem to focus less on management skills than the more glamorous and exciting work of leadership. However, while leaders may bring us vision, inspiration, and challenge, these things need proper support and implementation. That's what the practice of management is about. Managers are responsible for making sure things are done right. Therefore, effective management is an essential complement to effective leadership, and is vital for organizational success. Managers must have an extensive set of skills, from planning and delegation to communication and motivation.
Because the skill set is so wide, it's tempting to build skills in the areas of management that you're already comfortable with. But, for your long-term success, it's wise to analyze your skills in all of the areas related to effective management, and then challenge yourself to make improvements in all areas. This helps you quickly identify areas of strength and weakness, so that you can capitalize on the former and manage the latter. Then you can use to develop your skills still further.
Effective management requires a wide range of skills, and each of these skills complements the others. Your goal should be to develop and maintain all of these skills, so that you can help your team accomplish its objectives efficiently and effectively.
Understanding team dynamics and encouraging good relationships. Good management means understanding how teams operate. It's worth remembering that teams usually follow a certain pattern of development, brainstorming and performing. It's important to encourage and support people through this process, so that you can help your team become fully effective as quickly as possible. When forming teams, managers must create a balance, so that there's a diverse set of skills, personalities, and perspectives. You may think it's easier to manage a group of people who are likely to get along, but effective teams invite many viewpoints and use their differences to be creative and innovative. Here, your task is to develop the skills needed to steer those differences in a positive direction. This is why knowing how to resolve team conflict is useful for managing your team effectively.
Selecting and developing the right people, finding great new team members, and developing the skills needed for your team's success is another important part of team formation.
Delegating effectively. Having the right people with the right skills isn't sufficient for a team's success. Managers must also know how to get the job done efficiently. Delegation is the key to this. Some managers, especially those who earn their positions based on their technical expertise, try to do most of the work themselves. They think that because they're responsible for the work, they should do it themselves to make sure it's done right. Effective managers recognize that by assigning work to the right people, and clearly outlining expectations, teams can accomplish much more. But it's often difficult to trust others to do the job. As a manager, remember that when your team have the right skills, and training and motivation, you can usually trust them to get the work done right.
Motivating people. Another necessary management skill is motivating others. It's one thing to motivate yourself, but it's quite another to motivate someone else. The key thing to remember is that motivation is personal. We're all motivated by different things, and we all have different levels of personal motivation. So, getting to know your team members on a personal level allows you to motivate your people better. Providing feedback on a regular basis is a very powerful strategy to help you stay informed about what's happening with individual team members. As a result, you can assess your motivation skills and develop your skills further.
Managing discipline and dealing with conflict. Sometimes, despite your best efforts, there are problems with individual performance. As a manager, you have to deal with these promptly. If you don't discipline, you risk negative impacts on the rest of the team as well as your customers, as poor performance typically impacts customer service, and it hurts the team and everything that the team has accomplished. It's very demotivating to work with someone who consistently fails to meet expectations, so, if you tolerate it, the rest of the team will likely suffer. Team performance will also suffer when differences between individual team members turn into conflict, and it's your job as team manager to facilitate a resolution.
Communicating. An element that's common to all of these management skills is effective communication. This is critical to any position you hold. But as a manager, you need to let your team know what's happening, and keep them informed as much as possible. Team briefing is a specific communication skill that managers should improve. Also, develop the ability to facilitate effectively, so that you can guide your team to a better understanding, and serve as a moderator when necessary.
Many managers are very comfortable with planning, problem-solving and decision-making, given that they're often skilled specialists who've been promoted because of their knowledge and analytical abilities. As such, one of the most important issues that managers experience is that they focus so intensely on these skills when they think about self-development that they fail to develop their people skills and team management skills. Make sure that you don't just focus on these skills.
Avoiding common managerial mistakes. Good communication helps you develop facilitation skills, and it also helps you avoid some of the most common problems for managers. Some of these common mistakes are thinking that you can rely on your technical skills alone.
Okay, let's recap. You need to develop and improve your managerial skills on an ongoing basis as your career develops and as you meet new managerial challenges. Whether you manage a company, a department, or a project team, it's important to know how to get the work done right. When you're asked to achieve something with the help of others, it's complex, and you should spend much of your time managing relationships instead of doing the actual work. So, you must develop not only your technical skills, but your management skills as well. Delegating, motivating, communicating, and understanding team dynamics are some of the key skills needed. With those skills, along with patience and a strong sense of balance, you can become a very effective manager.
So, take a talent tablet today, from the Talent Tablet Cabinet, and find out how, and more, from Language Solutions Istanbul.
And make your business intelligent business and communicate the difference with